Third in the discus today, but also second in the hammer earlier. It's been a great week for you. How do you feel about all that?
Honestly, just to come in and be able to PR in both of them is just a blessing in itself. And no matter where I place, just kind of being able to do my best at the biggest meet of the year at the college level is very important and really exciting, because I think I struggled to kind of find a throw today in disc. I was not really hitting the positions I should have, and then I kind of just came along on one, which I kind of been seeing that in practice a lot, so I knew it was there. So kind of just trusting Falcons, trusting myself, and knowing that it was going to come. So I was really excited.
Discs were flying pretty far today. Did you kind of feel like you fed off a little bit of the energy of all the big throws that were going on out there?
Yeah, I think so, because I think it took me a few rounds to kind of get into it a little bit. I felt also having hammer only 2 days ago, I felt like I was maybe a little bit tired today, but I was going to come out and still give it my all and do everything I can to do my best, no matter what. So it took a few rounds to get into it, but then I did, and it was great.
Are you more proud of one or the other?
No, I don't really think so. I think that hitting 63 in disc is a great point to be at right now, kind of with a month and a half until USAs and different things. And also hitting 71 is great because it gets me into USAs as well. So I'm equally thankful for both.
Yeah.
Shelby, that was the best mark for place in NCAA championship history, first, second, third, and fourth.
Wow.
I mean, you know how special that group is, and that doesn't even include Jaden, right? I mean, obviously, especially because this group, with the different, national background, may never be together again. So, how awesome is it that, when you guys were all together, for essentially the last time, unless it's a World or Olympic final in the future,
yeah.
That's what you guys did. How cool is that?
It's very exciting. I think that it just shows where the discus is going, and hopefully we can kind of get more media, get more coverage on the throwing events, just because there is so much talent now stacked in those areas. And so I think it's super exciting to be around this group of girls.
How'd your 63 plus feel out there?
It felt easy. And that's what Coach always says. He's like, you shouldn't have to try hard, you should just hit your positions and it should go. And that's exactly how it felt. When it left my hand, I figured it was pretty good, but it felt like I was trying less hard on that one. So it really goes to show that you don't have to try the hardest to throw the farthest.
Is that kind of the same way your 71 felt on Thursday too, or how are they kind of similar or different?
I feel like in hammer, I just moved a little bit faster on my last one. In disc, when I move faster, bad things happen. So I don't want to do that. But I feel like I kind of just had longer arms, was a little bit more relaxed. And I do think that was a little bit similar to my 71 on Thursday.
What's kind of in store for you, I guess, schedule-wise now in that month and a half you've got now?
I'm going to try to go to a meet July 12th. I think that's a Friday. In LA. Haven't talked to my coach about it yet, so this is news to him. But I'm going to try to do that, and then that'll probably be my only one, maybe one weekend, kind of drive somewhere near Lubbock just to compete. But I also want to go through a training cycle before USAs just to try to get my legs back under me and different things and not be peaked anymore. So yeah, excited for that, and hopefully we can make that happen.
Are you 50% hammer, 50% discus in your training, and the way that you think of your, when you go to a meet, is it always to do both things, or, are you going to start specializing in one this summer?
That was kind of the question of the year. Kind of the question of the year. Here you go. Kind of the question of the year, because I didn't really know after this year if I was going to continue to do hammer, if I was going to continue to do disc. I knew I really wanted to continue to do disc because I kind of have progressed every year in it. But now that hammer is kind of really coming along, I think it's going to keep being both. Right now I do train 50-50. And so we're going to continue that through USAs and kind of just see if we can keep pushing the train and keep going. And I think for a year I'll do both, and then kind of just see what happens if one goes better than the other and kind of make a decision from there.
Sounds good.